Tulane handles business. They get a decisive victory over North Texas, to move to 11-2 on the season and a likely playoff bid for the Green Wave. A game that saw Tulane pull away in the second quarter and in the second half just play dominant defense. 3 picks for Drew Mestamaker in the second half. Tulane wins this one 34-21. Jake Retzlaff had another good day. He had a couple rushing scores to lead his team to American Conference title. For John Sumrall, this is a great way to finish up at Tulane before heading to Florida next year. They will be a playoff team most likely. Certainly you have to give the Green Wave credit, give Sumrall credit, give Retzlaff credit, give this whole team credit for sort of carrying on the torch from that 2022 team. Willie Fritz and Michael Pratt and all the guys that came before them to get them to this point. A lot of people thought they were a playoff team back in 2022. They get snubbed. Now, 3 years later, they find themselves conference champions again and most likely leading to their first playoff appearance. For Retzlaff, talk about an incredible, odd way to find himself in the playoffs. Literally a few months ago into the summer, we're talking about Retzlaff being dismissed from BYU, finds a new home in Tulane, embraces it completely, and starts off on one of the great seasons, 7-0 at home, and to finish off against a pretty stout North Texas team that's seen their stock rise in the past few years. It's insane to think that Retzlaff has opportunity to get the last laugh against BYU, or at the very least, find himself in the playoffs along with BYU if they're able to upset Texas Tech this weekend. Makes for great football, great playoffs, plenty of intrigue. And now you have to acknowledge that Tulane may have arrived, that they are a legitimate powerhouse team, a team that if you feel like anyone is going to make the move to a power conference in the very near future will be this Tulane team. I would prefer them to stay in the American Conference. It's a great conference. You can succeed, and as they have soon to prove that they can get into the playoffs by being an American Conference team, being a group of 5 team. Hats off to the Green Wave, doing what plenty of other group of 5 teams are hoping to get to someday. Really truly build a program into a powerhouse and find themselves able to compete with the likes of the SEC, Big 10, and Big 12 teams. Tulane wins the American Conference Championship 34-21 over North Texas.